This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto, and how about them Blue Jays? With the win over Detroit last night, Toronto has now won 17 of their last 21 games. But more importantly, they're alone at the top of the American League standings. Jays fans should really enjoy this, as this is pretty uncharted territory for them. In their previous 48 seasons, they've only finished with the top AL record 3 times. It is worth noting, though, that in 2 of those 3 years with the best record, the Jays went on to win the World Series. So is it a sign of things to come? Well, we might be getting a little ahead of things, but we gotta talk about how important this position could be once the playoffs roll around. If Toronto can hang on and finish in one of the top 2 seeds of the AL, they get a bye right past the wildcard round, which, as any fan can tell you, has been the round of horrors in this modern era of Jays baseball. And if Toronto can hold on to the #1 seed, it would put them in line to play the winner of the best of 3 series between the first and second AL wildcard teams, which as it stands today would be one of the Yankees or the Mariners. And if you look at the Jays' records against both teams, you gotta like their chances. See, there's still a long way to go in this baseball season, but if the Jays can keep up what they've been doing, it can put them in an incredible position come October. What a time to be alive for Toronto. It's summer in the city, dog days, you know, and Jays are just firing on all cylinders. We love to see it. Joined now by a very special guest, Tim Hauraney. Good to see you, Tim.
Marissa, your next toy that you need to buy for your dog has to be a Chuck-It. Let me tell you, my brother's got one of those for his dogs. I've never had so much fun in my entire life.
Oh, interesting you should say that, because I already got it, friend. I'm on it. So, Tim, it's the Belgian Grand Prix this weekend, and it will be Red Bull's first race without Christian Horner. So what are new team principal Laurent Mekies' priorities for the team?
Well, I heard from Mekies earlier today on Friday in a press conference, and, you know, just interesting to note a couple things. He does understand that his top priority is holding on to Max Verstappen, his star driver. But in order to do that, there are a number of different things he's going to have to do. And priority number 2 has to be the technical side, the side that builds these race cars to give him competitive machinery. I think one of the things he's looking at the most is making sure that ideas don't get lost or bottlenecked within their systems and how their flow of information goes through the team. And to do that, you know, Mekies is going to have to reorganize some of these departments a little bit and allow these engineers and these incredible minds to express their talents so they can bring new and fresh ideas to their race cars, and in particular their engine department, which is going to be super important for them for next season.
We're now into the second half of the season. What are some of the storylines you're keeping your eye on?
Yeah, one of the big things that I'm looking at, Marissa, with this second half of this season is Ferrari. I mean, I heard from both Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc on Thursday during media day, and it's interesting to note, I mean, Lewis Hamilton's been sending his ideas and notes to top brass at Ferrari and inside the race team as well, and he's just trying to push the team as much as he can because he doesn't feel they're firing on all cylinders. And for Hamilton, he doesn't want to be like Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel, you know, 2 of the all-time greats in Formula One that went to Ferrari and never won a world championship with them. So for these 2 drivers moving forward, they are going to have a brand new rear suspension on their car. Ferrari's bringing it to the Belgian Grand Prix, and it's going to allow them to have a few more setup options. Charles Leclerc seems really positive about it. Is it going to be enough for them to take down McLaren? I mean, I highly doubt it, but if they can figure it out and unlock some of its potential, especially the car's potential, then I think they could have a serious race-winning car throughout the rest of the second half of this season.
Tim Hauraney, thanks as always.
All right, thanks very much for having me, Marissa. Really appreciate it. Thanks to producer Mike as well.
And you know we've got you covered on TSN. You can catch the Belgian Grand Prix right here on Sunday. The race begins at 8:55 a.m. Eastern, 5:55 a.m. Pacific. On Wednesday, we talked all about the AFC East, and today for our NFL division preview, we're staying in the East but jumping to the NFC. And even though they're in the same part of the country, the NFC East could not be any more different than the AFC East in terms of consistency. Unlike the AFC, where Buffalo has won the division over 5 straight years, the NFC East has not seen a repeat winner in over 20 years. Now, if that streak was to continue, that would eliminate the defending division and Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, from the division crown next year. And if they're out of the picture, all the chips would have to be on the Commanders, right? Well, not exactly. Yeah, Jaden Daniels had maybe one of the best rookie seasons from a quarterback ever. But how can he follow it up if he doesn't have his top wide receiver for some or maybe all of next season? As of now, Terry McLaurin is holding out from training camp for a new contract. And if this lingers into the regular season, it's hard to imagine they'll leapfrog Philly for the division crown. So instead of the Commanders, how about them Cowboys? As you know, they have a contract situation of their own. Micah Parsons is holding out in hopes of getting a new deal as well. Plus, Dallas had one of the worst seasons in franchise history last year, if you're going by point differential. So it's hard to see them making a big jump either. And then there's the Giants, who would probably need an all-time rookie season from first-round pick Jackson Dart to make any serious noise. And if his first pass in Giants training camp is any indicator, let's just say it'll be a long season. So maybe FanDuel's onto something by having the Eagles at minus money to win the division, even with the streak of teams not winning back-to-back. But I guess we'll have to wait to see how it all plays out this season. Time now for the CFL Preview powered by FanDuel. And we've got a big one tonight on Friday Night Football. One of the best in the West. My 5-1 Roughriders take on the Elks. Let's start with the spread. The Riders enter Friday as massive 7.5-point favorites at home, with the total sitting at 54.5. Trevor Harris set a CFL record last week against the Lions. He's gone 9 consecutive games with a 70% completion rate. And in his last 2 games, he's thrown for 425 and 395 yards. And tonight his passing yards are set at 305.5. We know that number sounds high, but Harris is going up against a defense that ranks at the bottom in passing yards given up per game. On the flip side, it's a homecoming of sorts, as Cody Fajardo is set to start his first game of the season against his former team. The 2-time Grey Cup champion comes in looking to pick up the Elks' second win of the season. Edmonton has not made the playoffs since 2019. And you can catch the action right here on TSN. Coverage begins at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. And tomorrow, it's CFL TikTok Live from BMO Field. The Argos host the Blue Bombers in a Grey Cup rematch. And you can catch all the action hosted by Luca Chilebre. And this features the entire game live from the sideline. You don't understand the access. If you've not tuned into one of our TikTok Lives yet, do it. It's free. You watch it while you're watching the game on your TV. It is so much fun to get in there. You can hear everything all of the players are saying. It's just fun. It's a fun time. Just do it. Plus, there's bonus interviews with some of the players. That's it for me today. We'll see you back here Monday. Have an amazing weekend.